welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Katie and I make stuff vegan. Okay, so boom. So y'all, I was watching one of my favorite TikTokers. Her name is like Carissa Eats. Not her being my favorite TikToker, but me not knowing her name, but that's like typical on TikTok, you know, you just be scrolling. Anyway, I was watching her and she was in Turkey and she was eating something called a Jerusalem bagel. I'm like, what's a Jerusalem bagel? So I had to be nosy and I had to try it, and y'all, it was so good. So if you want to see how I made a vegan Jerusalem bagel, keep on watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe so you never miss any of my videos. I got an ebook coming out on December 1st for the holidays. So click the link in the bio to, you know, the bio. This is not Instagram. Click the link in the description box to sign up for updates on that. And also click the link because that's where the recipe is. Okay, so you're gonna have a recipe, ebook. Okay? All right, this was chaotic, but like, what else do you expect? Let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna start by blooming my yeast, which I'm just gonna take a half cup of oat milk. I like baking and cooking with oat milk because it's a lot more indulgent. It's a lot more luxurious. I just feel like she bodies, but honestly, any plant milk will be fine. And a half a cup of water, a tablespoon of yeast. I like yeast. So if you want to use a little bit less, results may vary. But I don't think it's gonna vary that much. But I like a yeasty taste. So also, if you don't like a yeasty taste, you can use like 2 teaspoons of yeast and like don't bloom it as long. But you know me, I like a little yeast. Okay, you might be wondering like, what makes this bagel not vegan? Like, why wouldn't it be vegan? Because not me. Am I good? Because bagels are usually vegan unless they're obviously not, like an egg bagel. But this bagel recipe normally has milk powder and we don't do that. So I half the water, and I did half water, half oat milk. Okay, I bloomed that for like 10 minutes, and I'm gonna start on my little dry ingredients, which is just flour and salt. Now you might be wondering, that's giving pancake batter. So I did 2 cups of flour, and I was like, before I started, I'm like, I'm gonna need 2.5 cups, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna do 2 cups. Guess who needed 2.5 cups? And that is why you should always trust your gut. Listen, you come here for a recipe and a little lesson. I need to take my own advice. Anyway, so you're gonna add the wet to the dry and mix it up, and then when you get tired of mixing with your spoon, you're gonna do it with your hands. Now here's where like this bagel recipe is different, and this is my first time making bagels, so I don't know like if this is how it's always done, but I'm pretty sure like regular bagels are needed with flour, but you need this one with oil. So I used an olive oil. It's not olive oil. It literally says in big letters grapeseed oil, but like it's not the same. But I put olive oil in the description because I would have had olive oil. Trader Joe's wasn't out, so it's really their fault. So just imagine you see olive oil, and I needed it for 10 minutes. And anytime it got too sticky, I would add more oil. Now it's not globs of oil. We're not making candles. That's not how you make candles. You know what I mean? Like it's not a lot. Like I'm doing like a teaspoon at a time, just when it starts sticking to my hands. And there's gonna be a period where like it gets like gummy. Don't worry about it. Keep going. Okay, just keep kneading. Keep kneading. And you're gonna knead it until it does this. Boop. Boop. You see that? It's sticky, but it's not sticking to your hands. That's what you want. Okay, so just trust the process. 15 minutes because you want to get the gluten going. Listen, I'm not in STEM, so I don't really know all the way what that means, but you want it to be like, oh, it affects the this is so unserious. It affects the texture. Knead the dough. Okay, I let it proof for 2 hours. That's crazy, right? 2 hours. I put it in my microwave. That's my favorite place to put it. And I just close it because that's like a warm place with no breeze. Okay, then I put it into these little balls. Now in the thumbnail you see 3 bagels, and actually I think that's what this recipe makes. It makes 3 bagels. I thought I was gonna get 6 out of it, but like I ended up combining them together. So really just split it into 3 balls, cover it back up with cling film, and then put it back in your little microwave or whatever for another 30 minutes. Okay, I personally think sesame seed bagels are the best bagels. Did I already say that? And I will say it again, like sesame seed bagels, like there's really no other bagel that's better than that. And I kind of like, I want you to argue with me, like tell me what bagel is better and answer quickly. There isn't one. Exactly. Okay, so what makes this bagel special is like the date water. So let me give you a little backstory, right? Boom. I bought this date syrup from Trader Joe's like months ago, and I was like, oh cute, like I can use like a little sweetener because I like dates. You know what I'm saying? Girl, I don't know. It just made stuff taste weird. Like, it wasn't for me. So it's been sitting in my cabinet. So when I saw, like, when I looked up the recipe for Jerusalem bagels, I'm like, how am I gonna make this vegan? I was like, date syrup, okay. And I've seen people use pomegranate syrup. I want to try that. You dilute. You dilute like a tablespoon or two into water, and then you make your bagel shape. You dip it into the water, dip it into sesame seed bagel, the sesame seed. That's it, the sesame seeds. Then you bake it. I feel like 20 minutes on 375, y'all. And typically Jerusalem bagels are like more like long and skinny, but like I was being kind of selfish. Like I knew a bagel sandwich would hit, so I made them smaller. But you can like stretch them out like to make them the actual, like I'll insert a picture like what it's supposed to look like. But I wanted to be selfish. And you know what's crazy about that? These bagels were so freaking good that I didn't even put nothing on them. I was like, why would I tarnish this with like tomato, lettuce, a little bit, you know, grilled tofu, a little bit of vegan cheese? Like, why would I do that? I literally had it straight up with, I ate one plain, I ate one with tofu, and then one day I roasted some garlic. I'm so freaking extra. One day I roasted a head of garlic and I mixed that into the tofu with some nutritional yeast and salt and black pepper and spread that on there. Y'all, these bagels are so good. Don't be intimidated, because remember, like if you scroll back like a year ago to this channel, like you know I don't bake nothing, and now I'm like low-key in my baking era, but like these hit. You have to try it. Let me know what you think. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. While you're here, check out my other video because you know some of enough video. Click the link to get updates on my little ebook. It's gonna be cute, y'all. Thank you again, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye, y'all.